ladies and gentlemen. KSM versus BONKZ. BONKZ is up 1-0. KSM looking to send this to a game 3, but BONKZ wants to close this out and move one step closer to making next week's playoffs. For the side of BONKZ, Harugumo, Marceau Daring, Double Moskva, Marseille Napoli, Kremlin, and St. Vincent. For the side of KSM, Kleber, Yang Daring, Marseille, Moskva, Marseille Napoli, Kremlin, Incomparable. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how this goes and who's going to win. So, with that being done, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what's going on here and how these teams are spreading out. And thank you for your patience as I deal with the NA coordinator duties that I have to do as well. Kleber going down south towards C. Marseille going wide on the speed boost along with the other Marseille of John the Pickle. Moskva, Viper going near, and Kremlin going to be setting up down there as well. For the side of BONKZ, we've got the Marceau heading down Marseille, St. Vincent, and Napoli, and I'm so thankful, chat, I'm not watching a ship so far that's going to end up right here where my cursor is. I have seen so many ships go there. I've seen so many ships go there, and it is so painful. Because of the fact that they always get burned down. Now, Marseille and Kleber are going to run into each other. Interesting thing here to watch, because the Kleber is going to have the reload booster as opposed to the Marseille. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this, see who's going to be doing better, because these people are about to detect each other. Or the Marceau, not the Marseille. Having two French ships named very similar to each other is always a challenge. But Marceau and Kleber about to spot each other. Get ready for the fireworks. Kleber tilting in. They're looking because they want this fight. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Detection should happen any second. I'm actually kind of shocked it hasn't yet. And Marceau detected. Kleber has the first spot. Starts the turnout. Gets the gun set. Lets the Marseilles open up. And actually, I kind of like this play. Doesn't open up himself at all. Decent hit, about 3k off of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Torino staying undetected means that, one, they don't know for sure it's the Kleber, though they're assuming it is, obviously, because of the speed that got down there. But two, he's able to contest the cap. And so early caps go the side of KSM. They got B because the Daring was the only one to go there. They're getting C. Now, big push up here north at A for the side of BONKZ. They've got the double Moskva up wide. They got the Kremlin in the middle, and then they got the Harugumo and the Daring. Tons of torps out. None of those are going to hurt the Harugumo. Looking to see if they had anything in there, but it's not. And now both the Moskvas are going to be in a good position to dodge those torps as they come down. Harugumo of Marissa Kirasame takes a little bit of damage. Incomparable in Napoli. I don't think this was intended, ladies and gentlemen. Little bit of a mix-up there. Bonking into each other. BONKZ saying, hey, we're the only ones that are supposed to bonk into each other. And here we go as we continue to look into this. Moskva, Killstar, looks well positioned to dodge those torps. And they're not even going to reach them. They're going to run out in time anyway. But KSM has 2 caps. BONKZ has 1. Points lead is over 100 and climbing. But BONKZ is holding the 60,000 health lead because Malikin's Napoli has just been getting absolutely rolled up here. 34,000, you can't heal more than that. That feels painful. On the other side, though, we're seeing the forces of BONKZ being pushed back as KSM starts to push up through C. So, let's see where this goes from here. As I'm looking at this, it's a tale of two halves. We're seeing this half curve down, and I always like attacking B from the north because of the fact that you have this island to sit on B in, whereas when you're coming up to B from the south, you have no island cover. And now we just have to watch and see who can execute their plan better. We're going to start to see the side, and the Yu Yang of Sate getting absolutely tanked. We're going to start to see the side of BONKZ start to rotate their ships towards B and try to execute the maneuver there. They're up by 60,000 health. Their Moskva takes a bit of damage. Malikin still on 31,000 health. The Incomparable bringing the shots, and remember, these big guns can absolutely smash a Moskva. He's lucky he gets away with that much health. And decent hit here onto the St. Vincent. Kermit Seppuku, which is still one of my favorite names in the game, sitting on 67,000 health, executing his heal to get back up, but he took a decent chunk of damage. Now, the challenge comes in for KSM. That... And I hate that glare that we get on the map, so let's get it. The challenge comes in as these are cutting back. You need to still be dealing with the push that's coming down to B, because there's an aggressive push coming in. Now, you see the Moskva Vipers reposition to try to prevent this Kremlin from being able to move forward. And the Kremlin of What's Up Step Citadel moving forward, Moskva does have radar ready. As soon as that Marceau steps in, we should expect to see it. And then watch this Daring and see what he does. But here comes the Marceau getting ready to step into the cap. Problem is the Moskva doesn't have the shots. And that is an issue if he's going to want to keep this prevented. Also, BONKZ has managed to get one of their ships, their Napoli, right here onto this island. As long as he's sitting there, this is going to make it hard for this Kremlin to push much further than where he is right now. Smoke incoming from the Daring. He's going to bring the Kremlin in, and B is going to be contested. That means that point lead at 220 is going to start to drop. Here's the radar. They're going to spot the Moskva. They're going to spot the Daring. Shots out on the Daring. He wants the kill and damage on that man first. No dice on the first shots, but he's still got 28 seconds. Moskva second shots coming in any second. And now the Daring is in a world of hurt between the Yu Yang Napoli and the Moskva. Lots of damage in on him. 19,000 health. Backing up, trying to get himself safe. Kremlin pushing up to support, but here comes the damage. Kleber using the reload booster. They know they got 10 seconds left to get as much on him as they can, and he's already used the heal, so he's going to be hurt. Kremlin of Island Sheep also taking a bit of damage there. Optical is going to be about up to 18,000 and change. Heal is done. Shots are in. He's going to take a chunk down to 1,600 and 16,000, and he is spotted. Now, interestingly enough, that Kleber is the ledge mod Kleber. Now, as I continue to watch into here to B, gotta watch these torps from Optical. If the Moscow peaks up too far, they're gonna go. For right now, KSM's okay with the position because the health lead is dropped to 40,000, so they've brought it back down a bit. Additionally, they're still up 708 points to 488, so they're up by over 200 points, and their Daring's not in any threat of getting spotted. Kremlin slowly getting whittled down. DCP used doesn't have a heal for a while. These shells are going to be right before the DCP pops off, and now you expect to see them try to work on that. And it looks like KSM's just saying, you know what? We'll leave the Marseille down there. If the Napoli tries to push out, he gets threatened, but we're going to start rotating the rest of the ships up and into B. Incomparable Napoli Yu Yang still holding out here, but look at how many ships BONKZ has in this cap. And now I think the Marceau and the Daring are getting ready to go hunting. 43k left for the Kremlin. Kremlin has 12 seconds until the DCP, has 15 until heal, down to 39,000. And man, that island makes it hard to read. 3 heals left. All the shots in. They want to get as much of that Kremlin down as possible. He's not going to DCP a single fire. Heal coming in a second, down to 32,000. That heal will take him up into the mid 40,000s, depending on how much damage he takes for other stuff. Harugumo's starting to sneak forward here. Marisa Kurosame is in this position where he's going to start to push forward and try to spot and look for any shots if they can find it. The Kremlin down to 28,000. That damage is a lot more than I thought he was going to take right now. There's the double fire, so there will be the DCP. That'll mean he'll tick back up over 30,000, depending the rest of the damage. But they're getting a lot of good work on that Kremlin. And now it's 30 seconds till he can run a DCP again, and 70 seconds to the heal. And oh, Daring spots the push. Here we go. Moskva got the radar ready as soon as he needs it. Optical is in a problem spot. Obi-Wan Cannoli there going to push up as well. But you're going to expect to see optical radar as soon as that smoke comes in. Here's going to come the radar. 4,300. Looks like we're going to see a kill here on optical. Does he get away? Daring is being spotted. Shots in on optical. Optical at 2,900. Here come the shots from Ease Nuts on him. 1,800. And oh, the Kremlin gets the incomparable. While we were talking about that, Island Sheep manages to get the incomparable, so they trade 1 for 1, but you've lost your incomparable. That was sitting up here to the Kremlin's back guns. Daring continues to retreat away, but Optical just, he's got to be mad about that one. Cannoli retreating back down to 17,000. Kremlin uses the DCP. He's at 25k, 20 seconds until the heal. Fire chances are going to be the focus here. Kleber, Kremlin, and Moskva all focusing, trying to get the fire onto Island Sheep. Island Sheep going to heal up pretty soon. Here's another salvo. Kleber not shooting at him right now. Still no fire, but they bring him under 20k, and that means that his heal is going to bring him up to about 30, 32k. Now, 1-to-1 ships, but KSM is crested 800 points. Still holding that 200 point lead. No way for right now BONKZ to get into C. No way for KSM to get into A. It all comes down to B play. And they're trying to pull the Kremlin back. Kremlin's absolutely taken the worst end of that trade. Down to 20,000 health, and he only has 1 heal left and 1 DCP left. Focus is on him. Marceau spotted briefly. The radar's out. They don't spot the Yu Yang. They can see the Napoli. Shots out. Does Island Sheep break the Napoli right here? 26,000. Kremlin shells are in. Kremlin shells. Oh, and he smashes him for 22k. Now, this is going to be an unpleasant surprise. Oh, that was going to be such a brutal surprise if the Yu Yang hit that torp, but he doesn't. Moskva of King Viper continuing to heal up. He has radar in 20 seconds. Kremlin has used... No, he's not used his last heal. He's just sitting at 16k. 12k on Obi-Wan Cannoli. The Moskva trying to get the damage on him. Not getting a ton right now. Shells are out. Gets him down to 11,000 and change. Gets him down to 10,000 and change. And now look at this push from the St. Vincent and the Marseille. They got to watch out for these torps. The Marseille knows these torps are coming, but they should be good to dodge almost all of these. I think the St. Vincent's going to take 1. And he will take 1. 52,000 health left, but he's still in a good spot. Marseille pushes out. That results in shells coming. Oh, and they're just short. And King Viper, for so long, was fine, but now he's down to 9k and burning out. He's got to be very careful. And B is finally claimed. But the problem is, it's not enough. They need kills. And they need kills now. Moskva is potentially 1. 20 seconds till he can heal, and he's not going to heal unless that fire ticks off him right now. But it's not, ladies and gentlemen. There's 1. That'll change it over just in favor, barely, of the side of BONKZ. And now they can slow down, ease up. But they've got a St. Vincent and a Marseille that are in a bit of a problem spot if they push forward. Marseille going to stop there. They're going to hope that they can get him backed out. Here come the torps. They know the torps are coming. How's the dodge line looking? Looks like the dodge line is going to be just good. Nope. He will take 1. Down to 32,000. And so now this becomes a fight for KSM to see if they
Everything is at stake.
can somehow find a ship kill. They're still up in points. But that's their only advantage really right now. They're down in health by 60,000. They're down a ship. And they're down a cap. Marseille Tester is the focus right now. So the Napoli's getting some work in on him. He doesn't have a heal for a while. 26,000 health. They're going to try to force him forward. And look at this Kleber. Kleber's starting to move forward in shadow, saying there's no radar down here. If they want, they can throw the Kleber to try to get the kill on the St. Vincent, or the Marseille, but I don't think that's wise. Torps out towards the Marseille. Marseille backing up. He's going to go forward. Looks like because the island, he will just dodge those. He's on a yo-yo right now. We're about to see the side of BONKZ take the lead. And here comes the push. Napoli at 34,000. Wraith focused temporarily. Kremlin, Step Citadel looking. They have the Marseille spotted. They know he's at 20,000. He's going to heal up to about 30,000, 35,000. But I think it's too little too late. Minute 22 until KSM loses and goes to the down to 0-1 in their group. All the shots coming in on that Marseille, but I don't think it's enough, chat, at this point. I think this game is over for and BONKZ is winning. Unless this daring Yu Yang up here can make some sort of play, but even then, it looks iffy. Tester backing up. Down to 25,000. He's going to DCP the fire. He doesn't have another heal for 65 seconds, so it's really how much damage can they do. If they get a fire on him, that would be massive, but they haven't yet. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been some really good hit point usage by the side of BONKZ to be okay here. But actually, wait. Kleber on the reload booster. He uses the reload booster. 13,000 left on that Marseille. That Marseille doesn't have heal for 35 seconds. He's coming forward. And he's trying to get out into safety. But this might be the kill, ladies and gentlemen. 33 seconds. That Marseille is down to 5,000. Oh! And KSM, just right there in front of us, deletes that ship. And out of nowhere, KSM says, yeah, we're going to smash that ship, and we're taking this game, and we're going to even up this series, and we're going to game 3. Wow. What an ending.